Hello everyone. Today we are gonna begin with the very first topic of English language from class 8. The topic is noun. But before proceeding with noun, let us first understand what are the parts of speech. Basically, parts of speech are required in a sentence to complete its meaning. Well, a speech is nothing but a sentence which is written or spoken in a meaningful way. So, for completing a given sentence or to give a complete meaning to a sentence, we need these grammatical parts which are called as the parts of speech. See, the way we require hands, legs, face, stomach, etc. to complete a human body structure, in the same manner we need noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection to complete a speech. However, a speech can use all these 8 parts of speech in a sentence or can use only few parts in a sentence to complete its meaning. Let us see this with an example. We have two different examples here. Let me read the first example for you. A young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher and then she quickly disappeared. Oh my! I have used all the 8 parts of speech in this particular sentence. Let's start naming them. Young is an adjective, girl is a noun, brought, verb, me, pronoun, very is an adverb, long is an adjective, letter is a noun, from is a preposition, teacher is again a noun, and is a conjunction, then is an adverb, she is a pronoun, quickly is again an adverb, disappeared is again a verb, and oh my is an interjection. I have used all the 8 parts of speech in this particular sentence. We also see apart from these 8 parts of speech, we have also used these 3 different words, a, the, a. These words are called as articles. We will study articles in the further chapter. Let us see another example. John speaks English well. In this particular sentence, I have used only 3 parts of speech, that is, John is a noun, speaks is a verb, English is a noun, and well is an adverb. We have also seen that in this particular sentence I have not used article. That's why articles are not considered as an important part of speech, because these articles are sometimes used in a sentence or may not used in a sentence. So basically we have seen these 2 different sentences in which the previous sentence used all the 8 parts of speech and the next sentence used only few parts of speech. Now let us proceed with understanding noun. Basically, a noun is a naming word. A noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. Let us see these naming word or noun in an example. Rohan is a boy. In this particular example, Rohan is a name of a person, but as it is a specific name, so it will be called as a proper noun. Boy is again a name of a person, but the word boy is generally used like to say about a gender boy. That's why the word boy will be called as a common noun. We will briefly study about the common and the proper noun later in this lecture. Next, we have the example for place. Mumbai is a big city. In this particular sentence, both Mumbai and city are the name of a place. That's why Mumbai and city are called as a noun. Next, for animal, we have used this example. Tiger is a wild animal. In this particular sentence, tiger and animals are the nouns. Tiger is a proper noun and animal is a common noun. In the next example, tiffin box is kept on the dining table. In this example, tiffin box and dining table are the nouns. Now, let us move on to the kinds of noun. The kinds of noun are the common noun, the proper noun, the abstract noun, the collective noun, the countable and uncountable noun, and possessive noun and the material noun. Let us see the first kind of noun, that is common nouns. So, common nouns are the general names of people, places, animals or things. For example, the sheep grazing in the field belonged to my uncle. In this particular example, the names are the sheep, the field and the uncle. The sheep is a name of an animal The field is a name of a place and uncle is a name of a person. That's why these three are called as the noun, which is considered as a common noun. Next we have the proper nouns. So the proper nouns are specific names of people, places or things. We need to understand that proper nouns are used for specific things or specific persons, while the common nouns are used for the general things or general names of people, places or animal. Let us see the example of the proper noun. Sarah, Jane and Daisy go to City High School in Dehradun. In this particular example, there are 5 proper nouns. Sarah is a name of a person, Jane is a name of a person, Daisy is a name of a person. That's why Sarah, Jane and Daisy are considered as proper noun because they are the specific names of people. Next we have City High School. Now this is a name of a school which is a specific name that is called as the City High School. That's why it will be considered as a proper noun. Next we have the name of the city as Dehradun. Dehradun is a name of a city. City is commonly called as a common noun, but as we have given the name to the city as Dehradun, that's why Dehradun will be considered as the proper noun. Moving on to another kind of noun, that is abstract noun. Abstract nouns are the names of feelings and ideas. They are the things that can only be felt but cannot be seen or touched. For example, the determination of the injured gymnast to win the medal won everyone's admiration. In this particular sentence, there are 2 feelings given. The first one is the determination and the second one is the admiration. We can't see the feelings of gymnast, that is determination. We can't touch determination, we can't touch his goal. That's why this particular determination will be considered as an abstract noun because it can only be felt but cannot be seen or touched. In the same manner, admiration is also a feeling. Like everyone is admiring this gymnast for his determination. That's why we can't see admiration, we can just feel it. So it will be considered as an abstract noun. So basically abstract nouns are the nouns which can only be felt but cannot be seen or touched. Next, we have another kind of noun, that is a collective noun. So the collective nouns are names for a group or set of animals or things considered as a single unit. For example, a flock of crows, a parliament of owls, a bouquet of flowers, a gang of thieves, a herd of cattle, a school of whales, a bunch of keys, and so on. You need to learn all these collective nouns. Next, we have the countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are those that can be counted. For example, there were 3 chairs, a pair of sofas, 2 broken side tables and 5 old stools in the drawing room. In this particular sentence, we can see that chair, sofa, side tables, stools and room can be counted. We can count like there are 3 chairs. We can say 1, 2, 3 chairs. We can say a pair of sofas. We can count sofas into numbers 1, 2. We can count side tables. That is, we can count side tables into numbers. In the same manners, whatever the things, whatever the person, whatever the places or whatever the animals that can be counted will be considered as the countable noun. Next, we have uncountable nouns. So uncountable nouns are those nouns that cannot be counted. They do not have plural forms. We need to keep this in mind that uncountable nouns can never have plural forms. For example, can you please give me a kilo of sugar, 2 bags of rice and a 20-liter jerry can of water? In this particular sentence, sugar, rice and water are considered as uncountable nouns because we can't count sugar, we can't count rice, we can't count water, but we can give them the unit, like the unit of kilo, the unit of bags, the unit of liter. So when we can't count a particular thing, so we will consider that particular thing as uncountable noun. We also should note that we can never use numbers or indefinite articles with uncountable nouns. For example, we can't say a water or 10 sugar or the hairs. Instead, we should say these particular words without indefinite articles or numbers like water, sugar, or hair. Moving on to material nouns. Material nouns refer to materials or substances used for making things. For example, paper is a material which is used for making books. Glass is a material which is used for making glass utensil or any other glass object like glass bangles. Likewise, gold is a material which is used for making gold jewelries. Wood is a material which is used for making furniture. And iron is a material which is used for making iron things like tables, iron tools, iron machines, and many more. In the same manner, wool is a material which is used for making woolen clothes like socks, mittens, sweaters, and many other. So we see that material noun is a noun which is used for making another object or another thing. That's why it is considered as material nouns. Next we have possessive nouns. Possessive nouns are used to show belonging or to show possession. For possessive noun, we can use apostrophe, that is the sign, or apostrophe s with nouns to show possession. Let us see this in example. Ram's bike. Instead of saying it is the bike of Ram, we have used apostrophe s with this name, that is Ram, and we say Ram's bike. In the same manner, we have used this apostrophe s with this name John to show John's possession or John's belonging, that is books. So we say, instead of saying the books of John, we say John's books by using apostrophe s. So we see that apostrophe s or apostrophe sign is being used for showing belonging or for showing possession. So there are some rules for using apostrophe or apostrophe s with possessive nouns. The rule number 1 is the plural nouns that are ending in s, we should add the apostrophe only after the noun to show possession. For example, here we have the plural noun as lions. So we have added this apostrophe after this s. So we will say it or we will write it as lions' footprints. In the same manner, we will write or we will say it as wasps' nest, and apostrophe s will be added after this s. Next rule we have for the proper noun that ends in s, and the apostrophe will come after the s. For example, we have the name, the proper name as James. So we have added this apostrophe after this last letter s to show the belonging of James, that is guitar. So we will say or we will write it in this manner, James guitar or Charles hat. The next rule we have for compound nouns. Compound nouns like sister-in-law and commander-in-chief, we can see the apostrophe is added to the last word to show possession. We have the last word in both the nouns as law and chief, and we have added the apostrophe s to these last words. So we will write or we will say this as sister-in-law's house or commander-in-chief's badge to show that house is the possession of sister-in-law and badge is the belonging of commander-in-chief. So we need to keep in mind all these three rules while considering the possessive nouns. Here we have completed our topic nouns and the kinds of nouns. Now we are moving on to the exercises. Let us recapitulate the topic noun and the kinds of noun by solving these examples. Question 1. Identify the common, proper and abstract nouns from the following sentences. We know common nouns are the names that are generally used. Proper nouns are the names given to a specific person, place or thing. Abstract nouns are the nouns that can't be seen or touched but can be felt. Number 1. I like to read science fiction stories. Here, science is a proper noun because science is a specific name of the subject. Like we have the specific name for maths, we have specific name for English. In the same manner, science is a specific name, that's why it is a proper noun. Stories. Now, stories is a common noun. Why? Because this story can be used generally for fictional story, for realistic story, for scientific story. That's why story is a common noun. In the next example, Roald Dahl would have used funny names like Wacky Babbles or Tic Tac Tock in his stories. Roald Dahl, Wacky Babbles, Tic Tac Tock are the specific names. That's why they are proper nouns. But stories, it is a general name. That's why it is a common noun. Next, my friend would show his basketball skills during our evening match. Here we have the general name as friend, which can be used for a boy or for a girl or for any person. That's why it is a common noun. Basketball is a name of a specific game, like we have the specific game name football, cricket. So basketball is a specific name, that's why it is a proper noun. Skills. We can't see anyone's skills, we can't touch anyone's skill, that's why it is an abstract noun. Next we have match. We haven't used like football match or basketball match or cricket match. We have just used this general term match. That's why this is a common noun. Filling the blanks with collective nouns. We know collective nouns are the sets or the groups of animals or things or persons that are used as a single unit. The herd of cattle moves slowly towards the forest. We have used this herd for the collection of cattle or for the collection of sheep or cows to consider them as a single unit. So the single unit becomes herd, and herd will be a collective noun. In the same manner, an army of ants in the kitchen ate a couple of pastries. We have used this army as a collective noun. Now, rewrite the sentences using apostrophe S. I was touched by the generosity of the stranger. Here, stranger is a noun and we are going to use this apostrophe S with stranger. So, we will rewrite the sentence into this manner. Stranger's generosity touched me. Or we can even write the sentence as I was touched by the stranger's generosity. Both the sentences are correct. Next example. The garden of the resort is full of mango trees. So here the main noun is the resort and we are going to use this apostrophe S with resort. The sentence will be, the resort's garden is full of mango trees. So today we have learnt noun and the kinds of noun. The kinds of noun are the common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, collective noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, possessive noun and material noun. I request all the children to complete the exercises given as homework. Thank you.